Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. On Monday, after months of blocks into joining NATO's military alliance, Turkish President Erdogan agreed to forward Sweden's bid. Abandoning their non-military policies, Sweden and Finland applied for NATO memberships last year. Finland's membership was green-lighted in April. The Turkish president held out for months and has accused Sweden of not doing enough against people and groups that the Turkish country sees as terrorists. A statement issued by both countries said Sweden had reiterated that it would not provide support to the Kurdish groups and would actively support efforts to reinvigorate Turkey's EU accession process. On Monday, severe storms and heavy rainfall prompted road closures, water rescues, and life-threatening flash flood warnings over parts of the Northeast. 9 million people in parts of New York, Vermont, Massachusetts, and Maine were under flood alerts. In Orange County, the southeastern region of New York, officials declared a state of emergency due to severe flooding that resulted in the death of a woman who was swept away by floodwaters when trying to evacuate her home. Many are still recovering from the storms, but most of the heavy rain and flash flood warnings concluded by Tuesday morning. Former USA gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar, who was convicted of sexually abusing young athletes, was assaulted in a Florida federal prison. Joe Rojas, president of the local correction officers union, said Nassar was stabbed a total of 10 times, twice in the neck, twice in the back, and 6 times in the chest. Rojas credited on-duty corrections officers with saving Nassar's life. The former doctor is currently in stable condition. The official statement from the Bureau of Prisons said an internal investigation into the incident is underway. The hottest day ever on Earth happened on July 3, 2023. The average global temperature reached 62.62 degrees Fahrenheit. The average global air temperature was recorded 2 meters above the Earth's surface, with the data compiled by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration and the University of Maine. The previous record for the Earth's hottest day was set in July 2022 and in August 2016 when the global temperature reached 62.46 degrees. The rise in global temperatures is likely due to recent heat waves in the US, Canada, and Europe. Global temperature data goes back to 1979, but researchers say these temperature readings are comparable with data that goes back much further. They are confident that this is the highest global temperature since instrumental measurements began around the 1850s. While the state isn't reporting daily COVID-19 health trends anymore, the Mass DPH is still monitoring and reporting health trends on a weekly basis. On July 6th, newly released metrics show that over 14,000 molecular tests were conducted and 558 new positive cases were reported in the last week. As of July 1st, 112 people are hospitalized in Massachusetts and 8 are in the ICU. 6 new deaths were also recorded in the last 7 days. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
Attention! Attention!
What's going on?
It's summer reading time!
Woohoo!
Build it!
Create it!
Unleash it! Express it!
Free it!
Find your voice this summer at your library with reading programs for children, teens, and adults.
Welcome back. Now let's get right into some Braintree news. On Thursday, Braintree resident Arthur Butterfield was cited for animal cruelty after leaving his husky muzzled and tied in a car in Vermont while the weather outside soared into the 90s. Officers responded to Timber Lane in South Burlington to find the animal before making contact with Butterfield. The man confirmed the dog had been in the car for about 30 minutes. Police said the vehicle had only slightly opened windows and the animal had no access to water. Butterfield was sighted at the scene. A person nearby was able to give the husky water, but he did not sustain any injuries. America Chorus announced updated MBTA service changes for July that will be affecting Braintree T riders. Red Line service changes will allow MBTA crews to perform critical rail and tie replacement work. Accessible shuttle bus services will replace evening trains on the Red Line between the JFK UMass and Braintree stations, beginning at approximately 8:45 p.m. on July 21st and during the weekend of July 22nd and 23rd. Accessible shuttle bus service will also replace evening weekday trains between South Station and Braintree after 7:30 p.m., which started on July 10th and will run through July 14th. It will then start again on July 17th through July 21st. The diversion schedule is available online at mbta.com/commuterrail. As of July 1st, those looking to recycle mattresses or box springs are now required to call Capital Waste before pickup. Due to post-COVID safety and new state disposal requirements, residents must bag the mattress they are throwing away. Bagging is to ensure more sanitary handling and protecting mattresses from foul weather issues. Braintree residents are entitled to a discounted bag of $5 per bag, and bags are available in king and queen sizes. For those hoping to purchase a mattress sanitary bag, you can buy them at the Braintree Town Hall Treasurer's Office, Water and Sewer Offices, 85 Quincy Ave, and Richmond Hardware. Always check with the store you purchased your mattresses and appliances from for free disposal options. For any questions about mattress recycling, head to braintreema.gov/recycling. Braintree town officials announced the return of two beloved summer events for 2023, Party in the Park and Summer Movie Nights. The final Party in the Park event will take place from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on July 19th. The event is free of charge and food and entertainment will be provided. In the event of inclement weather, parties will be held the following evening. Summer Movie Nights takes place at French's Common next to Braintree Town Hall. The movies are free of charge and include pre-movie entertainment beginning at 6 p.m. on July 13th and July 20th, with the movie beginning at dusk. Residents are invited to bring blankets and chairs. Buck-a-bye concessions will also be available. In the event of inclement weather, there will be no pre-movie entertainment and the movie will be shown in the Town Hall Auditorium at 8 p.m. As of June 27th, the Nelson Chin Summer Concert Series at Sunset Lake are back for its 2023 season. The concert series are sponsored by Mayor Charles Kokoris and the Braintree Electric Light Department. Every Tuesday until August 8th, a new band will be featured at the gazebo on Sunset Lake starting at 6 p.m. Currow's Fancy, Studio 2, and Gainesville Road already took the stage at the gazebo, but no worries, this upcoming Tuesday, July 18th, you can catch the Beatles tribute band Forever Fab. BCAM TV will be covering the Nelson Chin Summer Concert Series, so just tune into our public channels, Comcast Channel 9 and Verizon Channel 28, or Verizon HD Channel 2128. You can also see it all on youtube.com/bcamtv or our website at www.bcam.tv. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Did you know your teenager's brain is more likely to get addicted to nicotine than yours? The tobacco and vaping industries do. They target teens with their products and try to cover up the fact that there's nicotine in them. Talk with your kids about the real dangers of vaping.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. West Nile virus has been detected for the first time this season. Mosquitoes trapped in a sample of water collected in Brookline on July 6 tested positive for the virus. When transmitted to humans through a bite, West Nile virus can cause fever, headache, nausea, and in rare cases, serious illness. Health officials say you should take precautions to avoid bites when outside, and there are steps you can take in order to reduce your risk, which include using bug spray with DEET, avoiding going outside at dawn and dusk when mosquitoes are most active, wearing long sleeves and pants outside, and removing standing water from around your home. The weather reached over 90 degrees last week, which makes for great beach weather. But beachgoers need to keep an eye on which beaches they're headed to this year, as beaches up and down the South Shore were flagged for unsafe levels of bacteria after water was tested this past week. South Shore beaches affected include Chickatawbit and Fire Station beaches in Quincy, Duxbury's Landing Road and West End beaches, Green Harbor in Marshfield, Houghton's Pond in Milton, and Martin's Cove and North beaches in Hingham. While the beaches aren't closed, there are signs posted that indicate swimming is unsafe and may cause illness. Regardless of the increase in bacteria levels, a new report from Stacker.com names a local city the second best beach town in the Bay State. That's right, Quincy made it to number 2 in the list, just behind the town of Eastham. The rankings were based on factors including the number of beaches, the amount of shoreline, access to beach-related services, and median home values. Some Cape Cod fanatics may debate Quincy's second-place honor, but the city's 27 miles of shoreline provide plenty of spots where beachgoers can enjoy the sun, sand, and won't have to drive down Route 3. Massachusetts-based Christmas Tree Shops is giving customers 2 weeks to spend any remaining gift cards. The company, which filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in May, filed a document with the United States Bankruptcy Court stating the chain will cease selling and honoring gift cards on July 21, 2023. The troubled business plans to notify customers of the deadline through signage inside stores and a notice on the company's website. At a hearing last Friday in federal bankruptcy court in Delaware, the company was granted a few more days to possibly find additional investors in a last-ditch effort to save the business. They have until 1 p.m. on Wednesday when the case is scheduled to return to court. The Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education is encouraging school districts to restrict or ban students' cell phones use in schools. At a meeting of the board on May 23rd, Commissioner Jeffrey Riley and other department officials discussed the use of cell phones and their effects on children. Riley said, quote, "This is not a mandate at this time, but we're certainly interested in piloting more of this," end quote. Some South Shore schools are interested in this idea and have already implemented plans themselves. Quincy School Superintendent Kevin Mulvey said his district applied a restrictive cell phone policy to reflect the long-standing practice of not allowing cell phones in elementary and middle schools and prohibiting the use of cell phones in class at the high schools. Weymouth Superintendent of Schools Robert Wargo said the middle school and the high school are also trying to reduce access to cell phones. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment.
Take steps to keep yourself and your family safe from ticks and the illnesses they can cause. Use EPA-approved tick repellents on your skin and clothes. Read and follow the directions. Wear light-colored clothing to make it easier to spot a crawling tick. Check for ticks on yourself, your kids, and your pets anytime you've been outdoors. Some tick bites can make you sick, but finding and removing a tick properly makes it less likely. Call your doctor if you start to feel ill or notice a rash near the bite. Play it safe when you're outdoors.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. This week in entertainment, we have 3 movie recommendations for you to watch. First up in entertainment, Asteroid City revolves around world-changing events that spectacularly disrupt the itinerary of a junior stargazer space cadet convention in an American desert town circa 1955. The film is directed by Wes Anderson and stars several big Hollywood actors like Scarlett Johansson and Tom Hanks. You can watch Asteroid City now only in theaters. Next up in entertainment, John Wick Chapter 4 focuses on legendary hitman John Wick, who has a price on his head that is ever increasing. Wick takes fight against the High Table Global as he seeks out the most powerful players in the underworld. From New York to Paris to Japan to Berlin, you can watch John Wick Chapter 4 now on Amazon Prime Video. Finally, in entertainment, the 2023 documentary Stan Lee tells the story of Lee's life, both successes and pitfalls alike. Voice recordings are accompanied by archived interview clips, newsreels, and even clay models that immerse fans in his incredible yet complicated mind. Some of the writer's closest colleagues, like Flo Steinberg, provide their voices to this documentary to offer an intimate look at one of the most influential comic publishers of all time. The documentary is directed by David Gelb, and you can watch Stan Lee on Disney+. That'll do it for news today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.